Welcome to season 3, episode number 7 of the Mayor Morrell Speaks podcast. I got a very, very special guest with me today. Marion, Indiana legend, 17 years in the NBA All-Star, family man, businessman. I tell people he's the top 3 greatest Indiana players of all time.
Appreciate that.
All right, on time, man. We got one and only Zach Randolph.
What's up, Mayor? You doing, man?
Yeah, man.
Pleasure.
Yeah,
Pleasure.
Yeah.
Glad to be here. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on, man. So I like to start out every show with this question, man. Tell me who is Zach? Who is Zach Randolph?
Who is Zach Randolph? Zach Randolph is a man from small town, Marion, Indiana. Raised up on humbleness, forgiveness, hard work, tough, rough, and just instilled, like a crazy work ethic and, believing in myself.
Yeah. So coming from here, man. So coming from Marion, Indiana, man. Tell me about your upbringing in Marion.
Man, Marion. My upbringing. Marion was rough. My mother, my family's from Lake Providence, Louisiana. My mom came to Marion when she was, I think, 8 or 9. She, had me here. I was born in Marion in general, and we didn't have a lot. We struggled, but my mom, she always, she did everything she could, and she always worked hard and. Did what she had to do. And, that instilled a lot of me, work hard and seeing my mom doing what she had to do to, because I didn't have no father. There was no man in the house. So, raised up, I'm the oldest out of 4, my brother and my 2 sisters and my mom. So, so we came up and up in Marion and, man, instilled a lot in me.
Yeah, man. So now what's something about you that was built in Marion, Indiana that you couldn't have got nowhere else?
Man, my heart.
Yeah.
Having heart, having confidence. And that's all from this place. Coming up around here, seeing the guys that came before me, the Jody McCains and the Hilton Randolphs and, the guys that, played sports and, just always want to be a Marion Giant. I can remember me and the homies, we all 8th grade, like, that was the greatest thing to do. Go watch, the Giants play, and we was at every home game, and we were saying that's gonna be us.
Yeah,
We was like, yeah, it's gonna be us. Like, so, like that tradition here and that winning and just having a great sports city, and it just filled in.
Yeah. So when was the first time you realized that I can actually make it for real? When was the first time that hit you?
Man, you know what? I always was saying I'm gonna go to the league. Like,
yeah.
you could ask like my brother. Like, I would tell him, like, Michelle, I was like, hey man, I'm going to the league.
Yeah.
Josh, I'm going to the league. I tell my brother, rest in peace, I'm going to the league. So everybody in town, like, we go, basketball. That's the thing around here. And we played on parks. I tell my kids, like, y'all spoiled. We got to play on concrete. You know what I mean? 38th Street Park. Outside Charles Park, and but yeah, just everything, man. This place right here it's made me, man. And I love this place, man.
Yeah, one of my favorite sayings you got, man, is let me get it out. Hold on, man. It's a city where bullies get bullied, man. So tell that story, man. That's one of the greatest stories of all time, man.
Shout out to my boy DeMarcus Cousins, man. Yeah, he was messing with my teammate Buddy Hill at the time, and they're boys, and me and Boogie, we always talk stuff and talk shit to each other. So I like, man, stop all that bully, man. I'm from where the bullies get bullied, but I'm not knowing the microphone. They got the NBA had just implemented a new mic, so they can hear everything. So man, it went viral, and people were like, did he say bullies get bullied and all that? I'm like, no, I didn't say nothing like that. I said I'm from where the bullies get bullied.
Yeah, man.
And why I say that, because this is where we from. People around here, we raised up. We're strong people. Yeah. We're tough, man. We're resilient. How many times I've been knocked down? You know where I come from? Yeah, man. I come from this place. And, my upbringing wasn't the greatest, but I learned so much. I instilled hard work. Yeah. And I don't know nothing about, like, these kids these days. Like, my kids is different than how I was raised. So it's like I got to understand them a little bit.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I'm like, hey, man, you got to get it.
Yeah.
You know, ain't no sitting on your butt. Ain't no handouts. You got to work.
Yeah. So what? Okay. So I talk to a lot of young people, man. I spend a lot of time with young people. What is some advice? Somebody's looking at you today. You know, Zach Randolph. What's some advice you would give to the young people coming up now?
The advice that I would give to the young people, you got to sacrifice. You know, a lot of people want to skip straight to the front of the line.
Yeah.
A lot of people feel entitled. You got to work for it, man.
Yeah.
You gotta get it out the mud. You got to start from the start. Sacrifice. Put your time in. Set goals. Set goals. What you want to do. Have plans. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know. So if I tell a younger person, have goals. Set goals and sacrifice. Go through the steps to get to where you want to get to. Don't try to skip to the front of the line or take a shortcut because you don't want that.
Yeah.
So do what necessary you got to do.
Yeah.
It's going to be easy, and believe in yourself. Have that confidence.
Yeah.
And believe in yourself.
So let's go back to the journey, right? So you leave, obviously you're in Marion, you win a state, big deal here, and then you go to Michigan State. What was that journey from going to high school to college like for you?
Man, you know what's so crazy? I was so close. Michigan, East Lansing from Marion was like 2.5 hours. So I was literally in Marion. We had practice.
Yeah.
I'm coming to Marion. Like, we didn't have games because I was so busy with the season. But I was actually here in Marion a lot during my freshman year at Michigan State.
Okay.
And so it was kind of like playing at home. You know what I mean? Not playing at home, but it was close. You know, family, friends come up to Michigan, a little quick drive. But it really kind of hit me when I got drafted.
Yeah. That's a long way. Yeah.
You know, I never left Marion. So going to East Lansing was like, okay, I'm right here still in the town. So, you know, I never wanted to leave this place. And, you know, I'm always, you know, I'm Marion homegrown. So I love the town. So
I ain't never thought about that's a long way away. So,
yeah.
You was only what, 19?
Yeah, 18. I got drafted at 18.
That's crazy, man.
Yep.
What was that adjustment like going to Portland?
Man, it was crazy because Portland, I'm like, Oregon?
Yeah.
Like, like the Oregon Trail. You remember this is the game we used to have on the computer, the Oregon Trail. So I'm like, you know, I'm like, damn, is it going to be like that? You know? No, but no, I got all the way out there, man, and it was so different. You know what I mean? For me, just coming from, you know, Marion and going to Oregon, going to, you know, it's a beautiful city. You know what I mean? And it would rain every day during the season. Dang. It rains every day, but during the summertime, it's the most beautifulest place. Okay. No humidity. I mean, just beautiful. I mean, green. It's that. But it rained every day. So I'm like, damn, like, it's like rain. It'll rain like 5 days straight.
That's crazy.
I'm asking my teammate, I'm like, Dame, Stoudemire, I'm like, hey, big bro, is when the rain gonna stop?
Yeah.
You looked, he said it ain't.
It is to keep rolling, yeah.
And it rained for like 2 weeks straight. Man, I was depressed. I was out there by myself. I wasn't playing. Yeah. And it was raining every day.
Oh man, yeah.
And but what I did, the older guys, they cuffed me, you know. So I was getting my extra work in, going in the gym early, learning how to become a professional, doing the necessary things I need to do to you know, be ready when my number was called. Yeah,
that's a good point because when you first came in, you wasn't getting no minutes right off the top.
Man, so sitting on the wood.
Yeah. So what was that transition like? Because you was a star the whole time, right? High school star, Michigan State star. Now you come in, now you on the bench. How you mentally deal with that?
Man, it was tough. It was tough, but it was tough and easy because the older guys they seen it in me. You know, they seen what I could do and they believed in me. So I would get better practicing against them. I got Rasheed Wallace.
Yeah.
Dale Davis. Arvita Sabonis.
Yeah. You had some hitters in front of you, man. Yeah.
Rasheed Wallace.
Yeah.
All these power forwards, he's big. So I'm going against these guys every day.
Right.
So I'm getting so much better. You know what I mean? I'm going hard. They see my game proving. I'm staying in the gym, putting extra time in, working on my game.
That's great, man.
Yeah.
You had some, and at that time, the Western Conference, man, had a whole bunch of big dudes. Yeah.
I call it the Wild Wild West. You know what I mean?
Like, that was,
the West always been dominant over the East. You know, I mean, except the Jordan era probably, you know what I mean? But like, you know, for me, I come in an era where it's power forwards. Yeah. You know, the game has evolved. So every night I got Dirk Nowitzki, Chris Webber, Kevin Garnett. This is all Western Conference.
Tim Duncan.
Yeah,
man.
Amari Stoudemire.
Yeah.
Carlos Boozer.
That's crazy. Yeah, man. You was banging every night.
Every night.
Yeah.
Carl Malone. No, well, not Carl Malone. He's older, but every, you know what I'm saying? Every KG. Yeah. Every team. So
that's, man.
It's crazy.
So then after that stint there, you went to New York next, right?
Yep.
So what was that like, man, playing in the Garden?
Man, playing in the Garden was great, man. You know, just all that history, you know what I mean? And, you know, I got traded. You know, I was in Portland my first 7 years, getting traded. That was kind of tough for me because, you know, for every young player coming into the league at a young age, their first time getting traded, it's very difficult for them. And it was difficult for me going all the way from Portland to New York. And, you know, I felt like, you know, I still, you know, like, why me? So, but going to New York was a great experience. You know, even though I was there for a short period of time, just being there, playing there, and the fans, once a Knick, always a Knick, and all the fans still show me love. I go to New York, I do stuff with the team, and, you know, I got some friends in the organization, and it's great. I'm happy for them. Congratulations, man. And they
got that win, man.
So, you know, a long time overdue.
Yeah, man. So that's another thing I think people don't talk about or realize that much is the business side of the NBA, right? You can be traded anytime. I mean, flying and playing every day. What's that like? Let's do that first. What's it like, you know, just traveling all the time and just having to perform at the top notch just the next day?
Man, you know what? You get it. It's instilled in you. Like traveling every day. Like it's so much. Like it's a lot. You stay away. You know, you're away from your kids. You're away from your family. You're not there on all the holidays. You know what I mean? And it just like you said, it's great. Like you said, just learning and you know doing the things that you need to do.
Yeah. So then after the New York stretch, we went to Memphis, man. That was a crazy ride. You know, I was when you was in Memphis, I was in high school age, and I used to be going everywhere like, man, they can't stop us. They can't stop us in Memphis, man. It was a big deal. So what was that like, man, to be embraced by Memphis, man? Y'all had some great teams, man, and obviously beating Tim Duncan and them at one time, man. So tell me about that experience in Memphis.
Man, going to Memphis was a blessing. I think you know what God has planned for you. He has planned for you, and I think this was in God's plan. You know, going there, going to a group where you got Mike Conley. He's coming up, and it's coming up, and you can see his ceiling is so high. You got Marc Gasol. You know, his ceiling so high. He's coming to his own and getting there. My first year there, we was like 6-7 games out the playoffs, so we see the potential. You know, Rudy Gay and the next year, we like, you know, we're going to make the playoffs. And we came back that next year, and we did that, made the playoffs. But just going there, man, and Memphis was a blessing. You know, I love that city. That city, you know, they love me, man. And you know, I feel like Memphis and Marion has a lot of similarities. Like, it's blue-collar town. We're blue-collar people. You know, we work. You know, we're blue-collar workers. It's a blue-collar town. It's the same way with Memphis. You know, a blue-collar town, man.
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
Grit and grind city, man. And then, you know, so, you know, hard work. And I think, you know, it all instills in that, too.
Yeah, no, that's good, man. So now, the transition to this, I always like to ask this, right? So you're somebody who dealt with a lot of success early on. How do you mentally deal with that, right? How do you, because it can be a lot, right, to be so successful and so quick. I know in this position I'm in now, it's like people want stuff, ask for stuff, want you everywhere. How do you balance, you know, being successful and still, you know, taking care of yourself?
Man, being humble. I never turned down a picture, and I think I get a lot of them ways from, you know, where I come from. You know, the humble beginnings. Yeah, and you know, never too up. Never too low, you know what I mean? I treat everybody with respect, you know what I mean? I'm never the type of person to carry myself like that I got more money than you, or, you know, I just never was that way. So I think just treating people with respect and, you know, not turning down pictures, that's just who I am, you know what I mean? And I don't let, you know, all that. And I don't let that, you know, get to my head. You know, I stay level headed, and I've been that way, like you said, for my career. But I be telling guys, like, for me, it kind of been like that in high school. You remember when I was playing here with the Giants, I had my own fan club. And, you know, after the kids after the game, like waiting for me. So like just, you know, high school playing Nike and All-American camps. So it's like kind of, you know,
Because you've been, what you now? You 40, what?
44.
So you've been dealing with this high level of pressure and success since you were about, 16, 17 years old?
Yes, sir.
That's almost your whole life, man.
Yep.
So be able to be on top for that long, man, I want to give you your flowers for that. That's amazing.
I appreciate it. Thank you, man.
Because, a lot of people get up like that and they forget where they came from. And I always tell people, man, for you, you never forget where you came from. I call you, always answer. And even before I was even the mayor, right? So that's kudos for that, because that's an example that I feel like everyone can get, right? Because everybody wants to be at the top, but then they forget, where they come from, right?
That's right.
And I always appreciate you for that, man. So now with your so the NBA is over, man. So what's that transition like where you ain't waking up no more and hooping every day?
It's at the beginning when I first retired, it was difficult for me.
Yeah.
The mental part, not. You used to being with the guys, you used to waking up, your body is set. So I still wake up 6, 7:30 in the morning because I've been doing it all my life for practice, getting ready to go to the gym early. So my body is set, so I'm up. So I train at 8, but just going through that, my first couple of years was hard, because I wasn't with the guys, wasn't traveling. So, and you got all the money in the world. So it's not like, it's not about the money and people, right. You want to do something. I'm 44 years old. I've been retired about going on 7, 8 years. Yeah. So I'm not no type of person, even though I train every day, I took care of my money. I don't want to just sit around. So I come up, I got a lot of businesses I'm invested in, doing things. I work with the Grizzlies. I got an entertainment company. Yeah. So I keep myself busy. My kids, all of them play sports. Yeah. So every weekend, one got a tournament here, one got a tournament here. So keeping myself busy and spending time with my kids, because I lost a lot. I was always busy, gone. So I lost a lot. So
the sacrifice of that, right? So people see the glitz and the glamour, they see all the stuff, but they don't understand the sacrifice you have to go through something like this. So like, how do you deal with now? You losing all those years, you gone all the time. Now trying to, build relationships with kids and being there for that. It's been a challenge. Or what's that like for you?
Man, it's been good. I think it's time. It ain't about money. It's about time. So, spending time with my kids. Me and my 16-year-old daughter, we just went on a trip to Cabo. Just doing things, me and her, and daddy-daughter time. So I think just being time. Being time and let them know, hey, man, I'm here now. Yeah. Pop's here. Everywhere McKinley go. I'm in the cut. What I mean? Yeah. She can be in Omaha. I'm in the cut in Omaha in the gym. You know what I mean? But so just being there and showing them I'm there.
Yeah. So now you mentioned a few other business ventures, man. So since you retired, man, walk me down. I know you have an entertainment company and music. So tell me how you got into that and what's that like?
Man, it's a blessing, man. Like I said, God is good. And I started the company in Memphis. We're going on about 10 years. Me and one of my best friends, Marcus, CEO, Ed, we started the company with Moneybagg Yo, and
how'd you find him? Well, how'd that happen?
Just being that pillar in the city, just being the pillar in the city, and I get love from the city, all around the city. So they see what type of person I am. They makes you, they want to work with you, and like, hey, I'm like, hey, okay, come on. So that's how I was, Bag. Wanted to mess with me, and we started this record label, and he was the hottest. Around time, and I seen the talent in him, and man, took off from the start.
How'd you come up with the name Endless? Where'd that come from?
Where Endless come from? I think, man, Big Homie G, one of my artists, he came up with the name. Okay. Yeah, shout out Big Homie.
Yeah, I like it, man. So now you got obviously Moneybagg. What's some other people that's on the label?
Man, we got D Moolah. He about to drop. We got Big 30. He working. Yeah. We got Big Homie G. We got Drake Baby. So we got some artists, man. We working. We grinding, and we just keep building, man. Dropping music and dropping good music, and I want to extend this thing. I want to get into different genres of music because I love music. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I want to take this to the next level.
Did you ever think you'd be running the record label?
Well, it's so crazy. I always love music. Me and my brother, we love music. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I think for every basketball player, they love music. For every rapper, they love basketball. Right, so it's together, they go together. So we love music, and it's been a blessing, man, to learn about the music, learn about the production part and the writing part, and there's so many parts to the entertainment business. Yeah. It ain't just getting on the mic rapping. No, it's so many components to it. You got streams, you got your you got your credits, you got your publishing. You know, it's so much.
So are you involved in all of that then, like the publishing, the whole thing?
Yeah, the whole thing.
Okay, man.
Yes.
So then, so with the music business, how often do you how involved are you? Are you intimately involved, or are you kind of just out back there?
I'm involved. I'm involved. But like I said, my brother Marcus, he runs it day-to-day business. You know, because I do a lot, I travel a lot, kids. So, but I'm there for meetings. And, you know, I'm there shows, and we've been doing it a long time.
Okay,
you know what I mean? We started this thing in the backwoods, man. You know what I mean? Going to getting $2,500 a show and going to Mississippi. You know what I mean? Like in the backwoods, like, you know, out the mud. We let the shit out the mud. So it's like we started now. Now Bag getting $300,000 a show.
That's crazy, man.
You know what I mean? We started at 2,000, and that's why I go back and tell the kids, you can't just jump to the front of the line. You got to grind it out. You got to work it out the mud. You got to sacrifice. You got to put your time in.
Yep, and that's a good transition to, man, the title of your podcast, man, Out the Mud.
Yes.
How you get into that, man?
Man, sitting around thinking, okay, what can I come up with?
Yeah.
All right. My relationships never burn no bridges. A stand-up guy. I'm cool with everybody. All right, you know what? I'm gonna get into this. I'm gonna give guys their flowers. Call my brother T.A., Tony Allen. Come on, let's do this, man. Got it going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And all guys show love, and we giving guys their flowers, man. And
good, man.
I came up without the mud.
Yeah.
I'm out the mud. I come from out the mud, but we grow to flowers, you know, to roses. You know what I mean? It ain't just out the mud. It's out the mud, but it's going up. You know?
Man. I like it, man. That name of that podcast really fits in with your whole story.
Yeah.
So you got the podcast, you got the music. What's some other ventures you're going on?
Man, I got an insurance company called Legacy.
Okay.
Me and my boy, Craig Moore, shout to Craig, shout to Legacy. We started an insurance company. We've been going 5 years organic. We just started organic and building this up, and it's been good, man. So
okay. And what kind of insurance you doing? Is it all?
Man, we commercial, property, we do life, we do everything.
Yeah. So really, now you retired, but you're actually probably more busy with all the stuff.
For sure.
With all the stuff you got going on, man.
Yes.
Let's talk about your family, man. You got some great kids, man. Yes. Obviously, everybody knows McKinley's doing big things, but you got some more, man. So tell me about your family.
Man, I got my kids, man. You know, they my world. Like I said, I lost so much time during my career. You know, you got my daughter McKinley. She's down in Louisville. She's going into her junior year.
Can she beat you?
No, not yet.
She can't get
yet.
You. Okay,
not yet. She thinks she can. No, she be like, Dad. Like, all right.
She can't get you at all.
Nah, I'm not taking her in the post or nothing. I'm straight 3 dribbles, boom, boom, boom. I ain't doing all that back. Nah, I ain't gonna.
You ain't gonna do it like that.
I'm like 3 dribbles. Like you can't beat me in 3 dribbles.
Yes.
She be like, yeah, right. But
y'all have to record that, man. Next time,
Yeah, so I'm so proud. I'm so proud of her, man. But you know, she worked hard. She just made all academic, ACC.
Yeah. Okay.
Sports, you know what I mean? All academic team. So, you know, she's good and, you know, a great person. But she does it in the classroom and off the court. You know, she's very humble and she works hard, man. And I got ZJ. He's 12. He plays. They live in LA in Messiah. My other daughter, she's 16. She playing.
Okay.
So they keep me busy, man.
Yeah, no, that's good, man. So for fatherhood, man, what's some advice, like, because I got a lot of different kind of listeners, right? And one of my most popular sectors are the people who are like businessmen, like high people that are going all the time. What's some advice you have to fathers, man, that how they keep a relationship with their kids when they're like in high demand?
Well, it ain't always been perfect. I went through things with my kids. Like you said, it's just life. But gotta stick with it. Don't give up. You know, don't give up. No matter how hard it might get, or if the kid dealing, or if you're not with the mother, you know, stick with it. You know, stick with being a father, man. I love being a father. You know, through the difficult times and the hard times and the good times. Yeah. So, you know, we cry together and we laugh and we smile together. So, I just keep fighting, man.
Yeah. So what's you're 44 now. When you're 50, man, what's next for you? What's your goal for the next 6 years?
Man, just keep building.
Yeah.
Just keep building. I think I just feel like I got so much potential in the ceiling. Maybe do more things with the Grizzlies in the front office. You know, more ventures.
Yeah.
You know, build the podcast out. We on our like 56th episode, but we've been doing good.
Yeah.
So, man, just keep trying to build and focusing on my kids.
Yeah.
Focusing on my kids, you know what I mean? And try to help them get to where they want to go.
Yeah.
You know, and what they want to be.
Yeah. Yeah, I ain't asked you about that, the Grizzlies, man. So what's that like, your partnership with them now?
Man, it's great. Man, it's great. You know, I'm an ambassador. I'm an ambassador role, so they take care of me. You know, we got an event coming up, Summer League this weekend.
Okay.
And in Vegas. So we'll be out there.
Okay.
So, and we just got Cam Boozer. I mean, the organization's going great. We just drafted Cam. And got Big Zach Edey. You know, so we got some young guns, you know. And, it's gonna be an exciting season.
Yeah. So, okay, man, I got to ask you this, man. Out of all the teams you played for, man, which means your favorite one?
Got to be Memphis.
Yeah, Memphis.
It's Memphis. It's, you know, they showed me love, man. And, you know, they understood me. You know, I've been, you know how many times I've been knocked down?
Yeah.
But I've been so resilient. I keep getting up. I keep fighting.
Yeah.
You know, I get that from the town.
Yeah.
You know, I come from Marion. That's instilled in me coming from this town. So, and them people, they understand me. They understood, and they see the hard work. They see the dedication. They see the love. They see the heart, and they see the real you. Yeah,
man, that hustle. Man, I'm glad you keep saying it, man. That hustle is built in Marion, man. That's one thing about this city. We done been through a lot, man. You know, I mean, all the stuff over the years, jobs closing, things leaving, you know, and then people still grinding out every day, and you get to be, you know, a nationwide, international example of what that can be. So if somebody was, you know, so I use this podcast, right, to try to advertise our city. So if someone was looking to move to Marion, what would you tell them the reason they should come here?
I would tell them, come to this town. It's a bunch of great people here. Bunch of great people, hardworking people.
Yeah.
I'll be telling Mashawn that I'm gonna build me a house here in a couple of years.
Okay. Yeah. You said that now. You said it's recorded.
Listen, it's not gonna be permanent home. I'm just gonna have a house. So you know, when I come back, I have a little space. You know, have a little spot. You know, I love where I'm from. Yeah. You know what I mean? And you know, when I first got in the NBA, man, I was here in Marion. You know, I wasn't in LA or Atlanta for the summer. My summers when I finished with the team, when I finished with the season, I was here in Marion. Yeah. I wasn't going nowhere. You know what I mean? So, you know, I'm with my family, I'm with my friends.
It's home, man. Yeah.
It's home. It's the town.
Yep.
So, you know, but I'm going to give me a house here, man.
Okay.
And I think it's a great place, man. And, you know what I mean? Just every time I come back, I get a great feeling, you know what I mean? A warm feeling. Yeah. See my family, you know, my friends, and, you know, get to see the mayor. So,
hey, man,
you know.
I appreciate you for being here, man. You know, showing up, and you know, we when this was recorded, the car show was, I think 2 days ago, man. You came, man, and the people loved it, man. They've been talking, they've been blowing my phone, email up all day, man. Having you back here, you know, means the world. You know, the people love you here, obviously, man. So
I love the people here, man.
It's been a great journey, and you know, having you back a part of this has been great. So one thing, closing out, man. If you can give any advice to someone who's in Marion who might feel, I'll give you the background first. You know, Marion's been through a lot. Some people feel stuck. They feel like they can't go anywhere. You know, they feel all the things, right? So what advice would you give to someone in Marion who feel like they're stuck, don't have any opportunities? As someone who's made it and been successful, what advice are you giving them?
And come from that.
Yeah.
Come from this. Advice that I would give to them is believe in yourself. But you got to take some kind of steps to get to where you want to go. You can't sit around. I tell my son, I got a son in Baltimore, as a car. He's 20. I tell him, you can't sit around and talk about it. Yeah. Gotta make a step. You gotta make a step to do something. Right. Okay. You might gotta work 2 jobs. You know what I'm saying? You might gotta work a late night shift. Yeah. But that's your story. That's your grind. You're gonna look back and say, man, I worked 2 jobs. I did this. I went to school. Yeah. I put this much time in. I ain't had this much time to get to where I'm at. So you can do it. Yeah. You can do it, man. You can do it. Come from out of town, you can do it. But you gotta believe in yourself. You gotta take steps to get there. And you gotta surround yourself with good people. Yeah. You gotta surround yourself around those type of people. Good people. I know it's not a lot, but if you see somebody, hey, business owner walking a bit away from Marion. Hey, how did you start this business? Yeah. Or you know the owner, or ask questions. You know, you might get turned around, or you might get a manager might say, okay,
Yeah.
You know, what information you need.
Yeah.
You know, go out there, find some information.
You gotta have some action steps. You can't just sit around and complain.
You can't sit around and just not do anything.
Yeah, that's good, man. Okay, one more, man. I forgot about this. So, do you coming up, man, and you know all this? How do you deal with the haters part of it?
Man, God been blessing me so long, man, and protecting me. Mm-hmm. I don't really see it. It's there, but because I've been, you know, a lot of people, like you said, they don't know how to handle like when they. Like authority, or you could tell somebody when they ain't never had no authority. You know, I'm just saying, going to the club, you can't get in here, or just so extra because you know they never had authority. But you know, just like you said, treating people all the same, and you know, just believing in yourself, man, and being honorable.
Yep. 100%, man. Well, I appreciate you for taking the time coming on, man. It's been a blessing, man. It's been a great time. Thank y'all for tuning in to Season 3, Episode 7 of the Mayor Morrell Speaks podcast. It's on all major streaming platforms, and look forward to hearing feedback. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it, Mayor.